God is great's in the house. Chuck Dupree, Sports Cards, Donald. Crossover Paranormal Society's in the house. God is great. How you doing today? I'm doing much better. Man, just a terrible start of the year. But today's only the 10th day of 2024. Other than that, we are doing well. Gonna continue on with our series. We're on HOF Biography, episode 172, Bowie Kuhn. That means after today, we'll be starting in the L's. Napoleon LaJoie will be our Hall of Famer for tomorrow. Hopefully you all are having a great Wednesday out there. We are going to be doing, again, Bowie Kuhn, Trivia times 3, and our Christmas card giveaway. We'll see who we've got in our Christmas card giveaway. I'll read through the list as we go through, and then we'll shuffle up, and at the end of the stream, we'll see who wins the Christmas card contest. Haven't decided how many prizes yet, but we'll do at least a couple, I'm sure. Hopefully you guys are having a great and wonderful day out there. Let me get this one up and operational here. Alright, let me get this up and loaded. This up and loaded. What do we got? We got 4 viewers so far. We have 4 thummies up, I believe. Do we got 4 thummies up? Can't remember for sure. Looks like we got 2 thummies up. 2 thummies up. Welcome again to 2024. We'll be going over our advertisement for our new 2024 Patreon tiers, rookie class tiers. Alright, so that one looks like that is up and operational here. Alright, what do we got here? We had 201 God is great. 206 we'll finish our 5-minute warning. So we got about 2 minutes here, so let me get ready here. Okay, right at 2:06, 2 more minutes, and then we'll go through our rolling here. We do have just over 200 entries in our January giveaway, so we are up to our 2nd tier, in case you're wondering there. We're up to 2 prizes for the month of January. Just finished sending most everything out. I've got 1 or 2 more. I'm going to wait for the Christmas card giveaway today and see if we need to add any other names to the list of things I need to send out from our December giveaway and our Christmas card giveaway, which we'll be doing at the end of the stream today. 2:05, as soon as it hits 2:06, we'll go through and log everybody in after my commercial break. So, hopefully you guys are having a great hump day today, Wednesday. Alright, so other than that, that's where we're at. We have 2:06. Go ahead and end this really quick here. Do a refresh for the live chat. Boom, and the early bird entries at 2:06. W Vogs 18, Titus, Chuck, Bernie. Alright. So W Vogs made it in right under the wire there. Thanks for popping in there, W Vogs. Appreciate you being here, brother. So, let's go on to our new 2024 Patreon rookie class tiers, which will include rookie cards, rated rookies, gold cups, rising stars, prospects, minor leaguers, etc., on that lineup. Right? Don't have any takers yet, but still organizing my rookie class tiers box. Getting that ready. Again, our triple tiers will contain one newer rookie card type. The $3.33 tier, the triple threes. Tier 1 contains 4 rookie cards. The triple fives. Tier 2 contains 6 cards. The triple sevens. Tier 3 contains 8 cards. The triple nines. Tier 4 contains 10 rookie cards. And our quad tiers will contain one Hall of Fame rookie card type. Okay, $11.11 for the quad 1's tier 5 is 12 cards. $22.22 for the quad 2's tier 6 contains 25 cards. And our biggest tier for the rookie class tiers will be the $33.33 quad 3's tier 7, which will contain 40 cards. Again, no takers yet on the rookie tiers. We'll see how that progresses throughout the year, and we will set this off to the side for now. Takes care of that. Okay, again, we will be doing Bowie Kuhn's biography here for today, but now, without further ado, we gotta log in our early birds. Again, you get 2 entries for being an early bird in the stream. So let me scroll up here. We got God is Great. God is Great gets a 2+. God is Great gets a 2+. Alright, followed by Chuck Dupree. Chuck Dupree gets a 2+. Alright, Crossover Paranormal Cops gets a 2+. Again, free entries into our giveaway. God is Great here. God is Great. Chuck Dupree, God is Great. Bernie H is in the house with a 2+. Bernie, your Patreon package went out in the mail today. Mailman picked it up this morning. God is Great, Bernie H, Chuck Dupree, Sports Cards, got Chuck, Bernie H, W Vogs. I gotta add a W Vogs in here. W V O G S. W Vogs 18 gets a 2+. Okay. And then who do we got here? Chuck Dupree, Bernie H. I think I've got everybody. Yeah, I was hoping I could have got the Patreon packages done a little bit earlier. Ran a little bit late this month, but that's to be understandable with my... I don't know, some people say I might have had the RSV. RSVBT. Dun, 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 dun. RSV. That's the new type of bug going around. They got to come up with some fancy names, right? RSV, respiratory severe victim. RSV. Does anybody know what it really stands for? RSV. Just kind of curious. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me go through the list. If I did miss somebody, let me know for sure. We've got Bernie H. We've got Chuck Dupree. We've got Cops. We've got God is Great. And we got W Vogs. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anybody? Alright. I think we've got everybody covered here. Which means before we get into our biography, we're going to do our trivia. So everybody that's here gets a chance to jump in on the trivia. We will have one for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so we should have 3 trivias. Let me just make sure. Look on my little calendar list here. Let's see. Yep, that's going to be worth a 7-pointer, and then that will be a 5-pointer, and that'll be a 5-pointer. So the first one will be a 7-pointer if you can get all 5 correct. Okay? So without further ado, we will get into our trivia. Right? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Respiratory syncytial virus. Is that what they call it? RSV. Respiratory syncytial virus. Might have been what I had, because it sure did hang on for a long time. My wife didn't have it nowhere near as bad as me, but could be, and I can still feel it in my lungs. Just when I thought I was getting better, of course, the RSV showed up. But other than that, I'm feeling a lot better for sure. So, just a little bit of phlegm, a little bit in my throat going on. But, yeah. Other than that, I think I'm doing much better. Should not have to cancel any streams, I'm hoping. Okay? So again, we had Bernie H., Chuck Dupree, Cops, God is Great, and W. Fogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Did I miss anybody? One last chance. One last chance. Okay? We're going to go into our trivia. Our first trivia will be for Monday, January the 8th, 2024. Our baseball birthdays for Monday were Bruce Sutter, Walker Cooper, Carl Pavano, and Jim Busby. Okay? So this first trivia is going to be worth 7 points. It's going to be a 7-pointer, in case you're wondering. It's going to be 7 points. Okay, 5 plus 2 is 7. If you get all 5 correct first, you will get the 7 points for the trivia. Okay, and then the rest after that will be a little bit easier for Tuesday and Wednesday. Alright, so this one I'll go ahead and read through. After the second time through is when you can start commencing your guesses. It's Hall of Fame related. And the question is, match the Hall of Famer with his nickname. Match the Hall of Famer with his nickname. So in column number 1, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And in column number 2, you're going to have A, B, C, D, and E. Okay? And it's matching the Hall of Famer with his nickname. Okay? Matching the Hall of Famer with his nickname. Okay? So I will list off the Hall of Famers first, which will be 1 is Robin Yount, 2 is Don Sutton, 3 is Tom Seaver, 4 is Ray Schlack, and 5 is Hoyt Wilhelm. Okay? And then our nicknames are as follows. Let me get this ready real quick. So The nicknames are as follows: A, Old Sarge; B, Black and Decker; C, The Franchise; D, The Kid; and E, Cracker. Okay, I'll read through the whole question one more time, and then you can commence your guessing. Hall of Fame related, match the Hall of Famer with his nickname. Again, 1, Robin Yount; 2, Don Sutton; 3, Tom Seaver; 4, Ray Schlack; and 5, Hoyt Wilhelm. And then the nicknames are A, Old Sarge; B, Black and Decker; C, The Franchise; D, The Kid; and E, Cracker. So go ahead and start your guessing now. Okay? Again, do me a favor and match the number with the letter. Match the number, the player name, with the letter for the nickname. Okay? So go ahead, I'll give you guys a few minutes to formulate your answers on this one. Alright. So I'll go ahead and read this through one more time. Hall of Fame related, match the Hall of Famer with his nickname. 1, Robin Yount; 2, Don Sutton; 3, Tom Seaver; 4, Ray Schlack; 5, Hoyt Wilhelm. Then the nicknames are A, Old Sarge; B, Black and Decker; C, The Franchise; D, The Kid; and E, Cracker. Go ahead and start your guessing now. Even if you don't get all 5 correct, you can at least throw some guesses out there for the answers. Nothing wrong with guessing. You never know, you might get a couple correct. Let's see. Dragon Fan Tim says C-A-D-E-B. Somebody always has to be the difficult party here. Let's see. C-A-D-E-B. C-A-D-E-B. You got 1 correct there, Tim. So far, you're in the lead with 1 correct. So far, Tim's in the lead with one answer. 1 point. You got 1 out of the 5 correct. I'll just take those as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the letters in those orders. Okay, everyone, no more guesses. I won. Yep, that's right. You got 1 right, you'll get 1 point. All right. Okay, what did we do? We got 17. Start your guessing. Let's see. Okay, what's Chuck got here? Chucky. Chuck has, let's see, that's 1D. Chuck got 1 right. So far, Dragon Fan Tim's in the lead with getting the first one right. No cheating, Charles. Chuck got one right. Dragon Fan Tim got one right. And I'm going to give it to Dragon Fan Tim. He got one right, which was the E. The E. 4E for Ray Shellac. Was the E. The cracker. Alright, so Chuck got 1 plus for that trivia. Now we'll move on to our second one. Okay, what do we got? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, what Bernie say? Bernie said 1C, 2B, 3C, and Bernie got 2 correct. Let's see, Chuck got 1, Dragon Fan Tim got 1, Bernie H got 2. I'll just give you guys all 3 points. Okay? So here's our answer for the Hall of Fame related one here. The answers were 1D, Robin Yount was the kid. 2B was Don Sutton was Black and Decker. 3C was the franchise. Tom Seaver was the franchise. 4E, the cracker. Ray Shellac was the cracker. And 5A, Hoyt Wilhelm was Old Sarge. I just realized that. Laugh out loud. Alright, so there you go. Gave a couple people some points there on that one, since it was a harder one. Alright, the next one's an easy one. Got a 50-50 shot, whoever gets it first. It'll be worth 5 points. It'll be worth a 5-pointer, and it's baseball by the numbers. For yesterday, Tuesday, January 9th, the baseball birthdays were Otis Nixon, Ralph Terry, Stan Javier, and Jay Powell. Baseball by the numbers. Okay? This is just an easy one. Whoever gets it correct first gets 5 points. 5 points for the correct answer. Whoever gets it first. Baseball by the numbers. True or false? All the relievers who have had 350 or more career saves led the league in saves at least once. Baseball by the numbers. True or false? All the relievers who have had 350 or more career saves led the league in saves at least once. Commence your guessing right now. Chuck Dupree got it right first. False. True or false? Chuck Dupree got it correct. False. And it says 4 of the 13 pitchers who reached 350 never led the league in saves. They were Billy Wagner, 422 saves, Joe Nathan, 377 saves, Jonathan Papelbon, 368 saves, and Troy Percival, 358. The correct answer was false, and Chuck got the false correct first. So that's a +5 there, Chuck. Okay. So, boom. One more trivia for today, Wednesday, this 10th day of January, 2024. Our baseball birthdays for today are Willie McCovey, Harry Wright, Jim O'Toole, and Richard Dotson. Okay? Okay, there are two correct answers. Two correct answers for this trivia. Whoever gets the two correct first gets 5 points. Okay, whoever gets the two correct answers first gets the 5 points for your trivia entries. Okay, again, this is Wednesday, January 10th, 2024. Baseball birthdays are Willie McCovey, Harry Wright, Jim O'Toole, and Richard Dotson. And it is team history. Team history. It says, which of the following numbers did the Cardinals retire? Which of the following numbers did the Cardinals retire? Boom Slang's in the house. How you doing there, Boom Slang? Thanks for popping into the stream here. Let me get this ready here for our trivia guessing. Alright, which of the following numbers did the Cardinals retire? Remember, there's two correct answers. Whoever gets the two correct answers first wins 5 entries in our January giveaway. So, team history, which of the following numbers did the Cardinals retire? Is it A, 1, B, 3, C, 4, D, 6, or E, 8? Team history, which of the following numbers did the Cardinals retire? A is 1, B is 3, C is 4, D is 6, and E is 8. Start your guessing now. Okay. And Matty Ice Card got it correct. A and D. 1 and 6. Matty Ice Cards gets a 5+ there. Congratulations there, Matty Ice Cards. Matty Ice, Matty Ice, Matty Ice, Matty. Okay, nope. Not looking for that one for last month. So Matty Ice Cards got that one correct. We will have a baseball oddities tomorrow for our soul trivia for tomorrow. So, again, A and D was the correct answers, 1 and 6. A and D. So again, which of the following numbers did the Cardinals retire? Was A and D, 1 and 6. A and D. The Cardinals retired number 1 since it belonged to shortstop Ozzie Smith, who was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2002. And number 6 belonged to Stan Musial, the left fielder who played for the Cardinals for 22 years, gathered 3,630 hits, and finished with a lifetime average of .331. So again, A and D, 1 and 6, goes to Matty Ice Cards. Got 5 entries for that one there, Matty, and congratulations. We will now put this off to the side here until the end of the stream here. Okay. Now we are going to go into Bowie Kuhn. Anybody know who Bowie Kuhn was? Bowie Kuhn was a commissioner of baseball. Yep. Alright. So let me do a refresh here real quick. Then we will get into Bowie Kuhn's Commissioner of Baseball from 1969 through 1984. Baseball's 5th commissioner who presided over astounding growth in the game's popularity with a proactive and inventive administration. Under his leadership, tripled Major League attendance, extended postseason with the creation of the League Championship Series, and introduced nighttime baseball to the World Series, expanded television coverage with dual network broadcasts, and a variety of baseball programming. Known as a tough disciplinarian, also as a strong supporter of amateur baseball, instrumental in the Hall of Fame's 1971 decision to induct Negro Leagues players. So Bowie Kuhn isn't a super long biography, but it is nice and informative, I do believe. So Bowie Kent Kuhn, born October 28, 1926, and passed away on March 15, 2007, was an American lawyer and sports administrator who served as the 5th Commissioner of Major League Baseball from February 4, 1969 to September 30, 1984. He served as legal counsel for Major League Baseball owners for almost 20 years prior to his election as commissioner. Kuhn was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 2008. As far as his early life and career, Kuhn was born in Tacoma Park, Maryland, the son of Alice Waring Roberts and Louis Charles Kuhn, a fuel company executive. His father was a Bavarian German immigrant, and his mother had deep roots in Maryland. Kuhn grew up in Washington, D.C. and graduated from the Theodore Roosevelt High School. He then attended Franklin and Marshall College in the V-12 Navy College training program before going to Princeton University in 1945. Kuhn graduated from Princeton with honors in 1947 with a Bachelor of Arts degree in economics. He then received his J.D. degree in 1950 from the University of Virginia School of Law, where he served on the editorial board of the Law Review. Following his graduation from law school, Kuhn worked at the New York City law firm Wilkie Farr and Gallagher. Because the firm represented the National League while working in baseball's legal affairs, Kuhn served as a counselor for the National League in a lawsuit brought against it by the city of Milwaukee when the Milwaukee Braves moved to Atlanta following the 1965 season. After the owners forced out William Eckert in 1968, Kuhn seemed like a logical replacement for the job of commissioner. He, unlike Eckert, was very aware of the inner workings of Major League Baseball before taking office. Kuhn's closest challengers for the commissionership were Mike Burke, president of the New York Yankees, and San Francisco Giants head of baseball operations, Chub Feeney, who instead became president of the National League. At 42, Kuhn remains the youngest commissioner in history. Actions as commissioner. His tenure was marked by labor strikes, most notably in 1981, owner disenchantment, and the end of baseball's reserve clause. Yet baseball enjoyed unprecedented attendance gains from 23 million in 1968 to 45.5 million in 1983 in television contracts during the same time frame. Kuhn suspended numerous players for involvement with drugs and gambling and took a strong stance against the activity that he perceived to be not in the best interest of baseball. In 1970, he suspended star Detroit pitcher Denny McLain indefinitely. The suspension was later set at 3 months due to McLain's involvement in a bookmaking operation, and later suspended McLain for the rest of the season for carrying a gun. He barred both Willie Mays in 1979 and Mickey Mantle in 1983 from the sport due to their involvement in casino promotion. Neither was directly involved in gambling, and both were reinstated by Kuhn's successor, Peter Ueberroth, in 1985. Also in 1970, Kuhn described Jim Bouton's Ball 4 as detrimental to baseball, and demanded that Bouton retract it. The book had been republished several times and is now considered a classic. On October 13, 1971, the World Series had a night game for the first time. Kuhn, who thought that baseball could attract a larger audience by featuring a prime-time telecast as opposed to a mid-afternoon broadcast. Then most fans neither worked to attend school, pitched the ideal to NBC. An estimated 61 million people watched the game 4 on NBC. TV ratings for a World Series game during a daytime hours would not have approached such a record number. Through the rest of the 1970s into the 1980s, weekday World Series games were played at night, and most weekend games continued to be scheduled in the daytime. An exception came in 1976 when Game 2 was played on a Sunday night to avoid conflicts with NBC's NFL coverage. Kuhn responded to criticism of the scheduling by attending the game held at Cincinnati's Riverfront Stadium. Without an overcoat, in spite of the chilly nighttime weather, Kuhn's primetime vision had been manifested, however, as all World Series games are now shown in prime time. In 1980, during the Iranian hostage crisis, Kuhn sat at a baseball game with Jeremiah Denton, a Navy admiral and former POW in Vietnam, who would be elected U.S. Senator later that year from the state of Alabama. Recalling the event to the Washington Post, Kuhn believed that afternoon the ideal of a lifetime baseball pass was discussed, and upon their return from Iran, each of the 52 hostages was given one of these unique passes. Curt Flood. On October 7, 1969, the St. Louis Cardinals traded Curt Flood, catcher Tim McCarver, outfielder Byron Brown, and left-handed pitcher Joe Homer to the Philadelphia Phillies for first baseman Dick Allen, second baseman Cookie Rojas, and right-handed ace reliever pitcher Jerry Johnson. However, Flood refused to report to the moribund Phillies, citing the team's poor record and the fact that they played in dilapidated Connie Mack Stadium and played in front of racist fans. Flood forfeited a relatively lucrative $100,000 contract by his refusal to be traded to the Phillies. In a letter to Kuhn, Flood demanded that the commissioner declare him a free agent. Flood's letter to Kuhn, December 24, 1969. After 12 years in the major leagues, I do not feel I am a piece of property to be bought and sold, irrespective of my wishes. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I believe that any system which produces that results violates my basic rights as a citizen and is inconsistent with the laws of the United States of the sovereign states. It is my desire to play baseball in 1970, and I am capable of playing. I have received a contracted offer from the Philadelphia club, but I believe I have the right to consider offers from other clubs before making any decisions. I therefore request that you make known to all major league clubs my feelings in this matter and advise them of my availability for the 1970 season. Flood versus Kuhn. Kuhn denied his request, citing the property of the reserve clause, which was language in contracts that essentially prevented a player from playing with another team after his contract expired. In response, Flood filed a lawsuit against Kuhn and Major League Baseball on January 16, 1970. Alleging that Major League Baseball had violated federal antitrust laws. Flood likened the reserve clause to slavery. It was a controversial analogy even among those who opposed the reserve clause. The case of Flood versus Kuhn, 407 U.S. 158, eventually went to the Supreme Court. Flood's attorney, former Supreme Court Justice Arthur Goldberg, asserted that the reserve clause depressed wages and limited players to one team for life. Major League Baseball's counsel countered that Commissioner Kuhn acted in accordance with the rules, which were set up, and thereby his duty upheld. In so many words, for the good of the game. Ultimately, the Supreme Court, acting on stare decisis, to stand by things decided, ruled 5-3 in favor of Major League Baseball, upholding a 1922 ruling in the case of Federal Baseball Club versus the National League in 259 U.S. 200. Charles O. Finley. Though he had a reputation as an owner's commissioner, Kuhn did not avoid confronting at least one owner whom he disliked. He was a major adversary of Oakland Athletics owner Charles O. Finley. A major embarrassment for baseball resulted from Finley's actions during the 1973 World Series. Finley forced player Mike Andrews to sign a false affidavit saying he was injured after the reserve infielder committed 2 consecutive errors. In the 12th inning of Oakland's Game 2 loss to the New York Mets, Andrews' teammates as well as manager Dick Williams rallied to his defense. Kuhn, in response, forced Finley to reinstate Andrews. In 1976, when Finley attempted to sell several players to the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees for $33.5 million, Kuhn blocked the deals on the ground that they would be bad for the game. Kuhn's decision may simply have been a revenge tactic aimed at Finley after he attempted to force an owner's vote to remove Kuhn as commissioner in 1975. As far as Hank Aaron, at the start of the 1974 season, Kuhn inadvertently got into the middle of a small controversy during Hank Aaron's pursuit of Babe Ruth's record of 714 career home runs. Aaron's Atlanta Braves opened the season on the road in Cincinnati with a 3-game series against the Cincinnati Reds. Braves management wanted him to break the record at home in Atlanta and were therefore going to have Aaron sit on the first 3 games of the season. But Kuhn ruled that Aaron had to play 2 out of 3. The result was that Aaron tied Ruth's record in his very first at-bat, but did not hit another home run in the series. Kuhn did not attend the game where Aaron broke the record, citing a previous engagement. Then on to Ted Turner. In 1977, Kuhn battled the brash new owner of the Atlanta Braves, Ted Turner. Turner admitted that he had made remarks at a cocktail party about acquiring San Francisco Giants star Gary Matthews. At the time when Kuhn had ordered owners not to speak about potential free agents, Kuhn concluded that Turner's statement was not in the best interest of baseball, and fined Turner, suspended him from baseball for 1 year, and penalized his club with the loss of a draft choice. Turner sued both the trial and appellate courts, refusing to grant Turner relief, emphasizing the limited extent of judicial review over baseball and the commissioner's office. Melissa Lutke case. In 1977, Melissa Lutke, a reporter for the Sports Illustrated, sued Kuhn and the baseball commissioner for access to the locker room of the New York Yankees. She was denied access to the Yankees clubhouse during the 1977 World Series and asserted her 14th Amendment right was violated. She won her suit. The court stated her 14th Amendment right was violated since the Yankees clubhouse was controlled by New York City. The court also stated that her fundamental right to pursue a career was violated based on her sex. As far as race, when baseball writers came out in support of inducting Negro League players into the Hall of Fame, Kuhn supported recognizing the players in the Hall, but was unable to garner sufficient support from the Hall of Fame Board of Directors as a compromise. Kuhn established a committee to select great Negro Leaguers to be honored with a display at the museum in Cooperstown. Satchel Paige was elected as the initial inductee for the Negro Leagues display. The decision to honor the Negro Leaguers with a separate exhibit received significant criticism. Sports writer Jim Murray of the Los Angeles Times wrote, "They segregated the Hall of Fame. To have kept Satchel Paige from playing in the White Leagues for 24 years and then bar him from the pearly gates on the grounds that he didn't play the required 10 years in the major leagues is a shocking bit of insolent cynicism, a disservice to America. What is this, 1840? Neither let them in front of the hall or move the damn thing to Mississippi." Larry Dober, the first black player in the American League, commented with another wing, whatever good they've done, they've torn it down. Kuhn, in his autobiography, claimed that he knew that the Führer would be heard by the board of directors and the public outcry would be hard to resist. That is exactly what happened. Within a few months, the Hall of Fame board of directors changed its mind and agreed to give Paige and future honorees of the Negro League Selection Committee full membership in the Hall. Bill James, in his book, The Politics of Glory, How Baseball's Hall of Fame Really Works, wrote that Kuhn seemed very proud of how he handled the affair, doing an end run around the Hall of Fame Board of Directors by exposing the Hall and himself to public criticism. Perhaps this does reflect some personal courage and was able to see the right thing was done. But the Hall of Fame was damaged. The message that got through to the public, loosely translated, was the Hall of Fame was a racist institution. Bowie Kuhn would have been a better friend to the Hall of Fame if he had led them to come to terms with their institutional racism in private rather than leading them to expose it to the public. Kuhn's war on drugs. After being in office over 10 years, Kuhn had grown a strong reputation for being hard on players who abused drugs. Kuhn was quick to punish players who used drugs with heavy fines and suspensions. Kansas City Royals catcher Darrell Porter told the Associated Press that during the winter of 1979 and 1980 he became paranoid, convinced that Kuhn knew about his drug abuse, was trying to sneak into his house, and planned to ban him from baseball for life. Porter found himself sitting up at night in the dark, watching out the front window, waiting for Kuhn to approach, clutching billboard balls and a shotgun. Ironically, when Porter was named the most valuable player of the 1982 World Series while playing for the Cardinals, Kuhn was on hand to congratulate him. In 1983, 4 players from the Kansas City Royals, Willie Wilson, Jerry Martin, Willie Atkins, and Vida Blue, were found guilty of cocaine use. In addition, such established stars as Fergie Jenkins, Keith Hernandez, Dave Parker, and other veteran players such as Dale Berra admitted having problems with drugs. In 1980, during a customs search in Toronto, Ferguson Jenkins was found possessing 3 grams of cocaine, 2.2 grams hashish, and 1.75 grams of marijuana. In response, on September 8th, Kuhn suspended him indefinitely. However, Jenkins' suspension lasted only 2 weeks before, in an unprecedented action, an independent arbitrator reinstated him and he returned to the league. Jenkins was not further punished by the MLB for the incident, as he remained active until his retirement following the 1983 season. As far as leaving office, Kuhn was both praised and attacked for the firm stand that he levied against offenders. However, his hardline stand on PEDs and the 1981 strike caused most of the MLB owners to turn against him. In 1983, Kuhn and his supporters made a last-ditch effort to renew his contract, but ultimately failed. The owners elected Peter Ueberroth as the 6th commissioner of baseball. However, since Ueberroth was serving at the time as president of the organizing committee for the 1984 Summer Olympics, Kuhn was allowed to remain commissioner for the 1984 regular season before leaving office. As far as his life after baseball, following baseball, Kuhn returned to the law firm of Wilk, Farr & Gallagher and assumed presidency of the Kent Group, a business, sports, and financial consulting firm. Kuhn left Wilkie, Farr & Gallagher in 1987 to join with Harvey D. Meyerson, a former senior partner in the firm of Finley, Crumble, and Wagner, Underberg, Manley, Meyerson, and Casey, to form the firm of Meyerson and Kuhn. He also became an advisor and board member for Domino's Pizza and the Ave Maria Foundation. Kuhn had been a longtime resident of Ridgewood, New Jersey, according to an AP Wire story. He partnered in a law firm with Harvey Meyerson, which subsequently went bankrupt, and then sold his New Jersey home and moved to Point Verde Beach, Florida, because his home and other assets were shielded from the bankruptcy. Kuhn became the chairman of the Catholic Advisory Board of the Ave Maria Mutual Funds upon the inception of their first mutual fund, Ave Maria Catholic Values Fund, in May of 2001. Bowie was a member of the Catholic Organization for Presidents and CEOs, Legatus, and was influential in chartering the Legatus chapter in Jacksonville, Florida. Legatus later memorialized him for his dedication and service to the organization by establishing the Bowie Kuhn Award for Evangelization. In July 2001, Kuhn appeared on an hour-long episode of The Journey Home, in which he explained the role of his Catholic faith and had played in his life and career. During a telecast of the 2004 World Series, broadcaster Joe Buck announced that just prior to his 78th birthday, Kuhn was scheduled to undergo open heart surgery. He died on March 15, 2007 at St. Luke's Hospital, Jacksonville, Florida, after being hospitalized for several weeks with pneumonia. Kuhn was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2008 after having been elected by the Veterans Committee 9 months after his death. So there you go, Bowie Kuhn. Again, was the 5th Commissioner of Baseball. He was in office from February the 4th, 1969 through September 30th, 1984. He was preceded by William Eckert and then succeeded by Peter Ueberroth. His personal data: he was born Bowie Kent Kuhn, October 28, 1926, in Tacoma Park, Maryland, in the United States. He died March 15, 2007, at the age of 80 in Jacksonville, Florida. His spouse was Louisa. They had 2 children, 2 stepchildren, and 10 grandchildren. His alma mater was Princeton University with a Bachelor's of Arts, and the University of Virginia with a JD. His baseball career was, again, a member of the National Baseball Hall of Fame, inducted in 2008 with 83.3% of the vote, and his election method was the Veterans Committee. There you have it, Bowie Kuhn, our biography for episode number 172. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And again, tomorrow will be Nap La Joie. He will be starting off the next letter in the alphabet. We've done A through K. C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. So hopefully you all enjoyed that, as I enjoyed sharing it with you. We've got up and coming. We've got Thursday and Friday this week. We've got Nap La Joie, and then Kennesaw Mountain Landis, which was our first Commissioner of Baseball. We'll be doing that on Friday with our Fairfield Friday. Okay, so let me get back over here. Alright. And we will move into... I gotta get this ready real quick. Let's see, got to close that. Close that. I will... Yeah, we'll do the Christmas card giveaway first. Let me open up the Wheel of Names. Then I will get it ready here. Let me get okay, hold on. I gotta get my and there we go. Get this set up really quick here. Actually, I don't need to open it there. Here. Okay. Let me get this open real quick. Again, we've got, I believe it's okay. There we go. We do have 170 entries. Again, every Christmas card that was sent in to me got 5 entries. You do the math. 170 divided by 5. And that will be what we have here. So, let me get these. Okay, so I'll go through my list that I do have here. We got the Dillmore family, the Ledger family, the tellers from our bank. Yeah, they're eligible because they sent me a Christmas card. Huh? Doug Lund and Heather Risler, Chad Hopkins, the Stradman family, Bernie H., the Renner family, the Dolan family, the Fiox family, the Darlings. Lockin99 sent me a couple cards, Kevin's Models and More, Chuck Dupree and Wilma, Scudder's Garage, Jonathan Myers, Joe, Bonnie and Barb, the Pruitt family, the Polino family, the Grover family, the Block family, the McCann family, Big Ray's ball cards, and yes, these are not only YouTube, but Facebook people. Joshua Hayes, Mike Southard, Bob Holding, Dragon Fan Tim, Boom Slang, Eisenberger family, Guru and Echo. So boom, those were the Christmas cards that were received. Okay, so we're going to do a minimum of 3, between 3 to 5, we'll see. We'll see. Let me get this ready here real quick. Turn on my sound. And I am going to shuffle 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And we will see who we get here for our first winner. Boom Slang! Boom Slang is our first winner. Congratulations there, Boom Slang. Good stuff. Alright, so again, 1 win per family. So I'm going to remove all instances of Boom Slang because now Boom Slang is eliminated. Alright, that knocks us down to 165 entries. So let's see, we've got 1 entry. Okay, so let me shuffle 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mike Suttard. Southern is our second winner from Facebook. Okay, remove all the instances of Mike. Okay, that leaves us 160 entries. Probably go at least 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bernie H. Oh my word. I should have waited and sent your package out. Bernie H. Bernie H. Okay. So remove Bernie. Leaves us 155 entries. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. Alright, our next winner is Chad Hopkins. Okay, we're going to go one more because I'm feeling generous. That'll be 5 prizes. Alright, so boom. Take Chad off the wheel. Shuffle 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And our last winner in our Christmas card giveaway is going to be the Golden Henry. Okay. There we go. Those are our 5 winners. Well, that was fun. That was fun. And next year's Christmas card list will be a lot smaller, because I did not get a lot of cards from a lot of people. But that's okay. Thanks, Boomer. There you go. So Boom Slang, Mike Southard, Bernie H, Chad Hopkins, and the Dolan family. You will be having a prize sent out to you sometime this week. So other than that, I'm going to go ahead and close all that up real quick. We are going to do our 2-minute warning, then we're going to go ahead and end things here. We're just over an hour mark. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Alright. Let me get okay. There we go. Okay, let me start the 2-minute warning here. Okay. 11:13, 3:13 will end the 2-minute warning. Here, there, everywhere, but nowhere to be found. Here, here. Okay, so at 3:13 we will end the 2-minute warning. So again, if you're here, all you gotta do is thummies up, thummies up, thummies up for me. Go ahead and say something in the chat. Here, present, always here, never here. Whatever you type in the chat is fine. Just type something. Put an emoji in there, put something in there. Right at 3:13 we'll finish the 2-minute warning. We're at 12. Once it says 3:13, I will log everybody in for your 2 entries at the end of the stream, and then we will come back tomorrow. We'll be doing Nap La Joie. Okay. So hopefully you all had a great day today. Boom Slang's here, Matty Ice Cards, Chuck Dupree Sports Cards, God is Great, Bernie H. As soon as we got 3:13, Boom Slang says he's lurking about. Okay. So other than that, boom, end the 2-minute warning. Okay, let's go down here. We've got Bernie H with a +2. We've got God is Great with a +2. Boom Slang with a +2. Chuck Dupree with a +2. Matty Ice Cards with a +2. Boom Slang, and I think I got everybody. So here's everybody that was here today. Bernie H, Boom Slang, Chuck Dupree, Cops, Dragon Fan Tim, God is Great, Matty Ice Cards, and W Fogs 18. That's everybody that was here, but the ones that were here at the 2-minute warning: Bernie H, God is Great, Boom Slang, Chuck Dupree, Matty Ice Cards, and Boom Slang lurking. This has been fun. This has been real. And it's been real fun. So until then, you all take care. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and we will see you around the channels. Alright? Bye for now. We'll see you around where you might least expect me. I might show up in your live stream if you do live streams. And just pop in and say, greetings. See y'all tomorrow, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Same bat time, same bat channel, with episode 173, Nap La Joie. Till then, you all take care. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and we will see you around the channels. Bye for now. Take care.